Have you ever thought, why do I keep attracting the same kind of toxic people into my life? Different faces, same manipulation, new relationships, same emotional aftermath. If it feels like you're stuck in a loop where your heart is a magnet for drama, chaos, and pain, this isn't just bad luck, it's psychology. And today we're going deep. This video is your emotional survival guide. We'll break down the mental traps, the unconscious patterns, the science, and most importantly, how to break free. If you've ever been ghosted, gaslit, or guilt-tripped, this one's for you. The foundation of who you attract starts in your early attachment style. Whether you had emotionally available parents, chaotic caregivers, or felt invisible growing up, your nervous system remembers, even if you don't. Attachment theory tells us there are 4 types: secure, anxious, avoidant, and disorganized. If you grew up walking on eggshells around unpredictable emotions, guess what feels familiar in adulthood? Chaos. You may subconsciously chase people who mirror that early inconsistency. Here's the wild part. The brain is wired to repeat what's familiar, not what's healthy. If chaos is what you knew, chaos becomes your comfort zone. It's called the repetition compulsion, a term from Freud, where people unconsciously repeat traumatic patterns, hoping to finally fix them. But toxic people don't heal old wounds. They reopen them. A huge reason we keep falling for toxic people: we confuse emotional intensity for connection. A roller coaster highs and lows feels like passion. But that's not intimacy. It's emotional dysregulation. Real connection is calm, consistent, grounded. But if calm feels boring or scary to you, that's a sign you've normalized chaos. The people we're drawn to aren't chosen by our logic. They're chosen by our nervous system. If your nervous system is used to walking on emotional eggshells, that's what it's wired to seek. This is why healing isn't about just spotting red flags. It's about retraining your entire body to recognize peace as safe. People who manipulate often have an emotional radar for unhealed people. If you struggle with boundaries, shame, or self-worth, they sense it. It's not your fault, but it is your responsibility to heal. The stronger your sense of self, the less likely you are to attract people who want to control it. Let's be real. Many of us become emotional fixers. We think if we just love someone hard enough, they'll change. But toxic people don't want saving. They want control. And while you're pouring yourself into their wounds, yours are bleeding out. If you grew up needing to keep the peace to feel safe, people-pleasing isn't a quirk. It's armor. You learn to read the room, suppress your needs, and constantly seek approval. That skill? It helped you survive emotionally unpredictable environments. But here's the twist. Now it attracts people who expect you to overextend, over-apologize, and over-function. And you start to believe love has to be earned by shrinking yourself. Ever been told, you're overreacting when you try to express your feelings? That's not sensitivity. It's a trauma-informed response. When your nervous system has been on high alert for years, even minor conflicts feel like danger. You're not broken. You're wired for protection. But without awareness, your system will keep interpreting love as a threat and silence as safety. Here's where it gets intense. The roller coaster of toxic relationships creates biochemical addiction. The highs are euphoric. The lows are devastating. Your body starts craving the adrenaline, dopamine, and cortisol combo, like a drug. This is called a trauma bond. It's why you miss someone who hurt you, why you chase closure that never comes. You're not crazy, you're chemically attached. Toxic relationships work because they operate on hope. You remember the few good days and cling to them like proof. You think, maybe if I'm better, they'll treat me better. But patterns are greater than promises. If someone constantly makes you question your worth, their potential doesn't matter. What matters is reality. If you're empathetic, introspective, and generous, congrats, you're narcissist bait. Not because you're weak, but because you offer supply, admiration, patience, endless second chances. Narcissists don't want equals. They want emotional mirrors. And they're masters at mirroring you, until they no longer need to. The hard truth? We don't attract what we deserve. We attract what we allow. Every time you forgive manipulation without change, you teach someone how to treat you. Setting boundaries isn't mean. It's medicine, because when your self-worth rises, your tolerance for dysfunction drops. If you're used to chaos, healthy love might feel dull, but that boredom is nervous system recalibration. It's you learning that consistency isn't a red flag, that someone texting back isn't suspicious. That calm doesn't mean fake. Let the safety settle in. Let peace become your new passion. You won't wake up one day magically immune to toxicity. But every boundary you set, every red flag you walk away from, and every time you choose peace over chaos, you heal. Progress isn't loud. It's quiet self-respect. And once you stop tolerating what hurts, the universe sends you what heals. You didn't choose your trauma, but you can choose your healing. You can choose to stop explaining yourself to people committed to misunderstanding you. You can choose peace over proving, boundaries over begging, and healing over repeating. You are not too much. You are not too sensitive. You are someone who feels deeply, and that's your superpower. Now, use it to protect yourself. And if this video made you feel seen, even a little, hit that subscribe button. Here at Positive Vista, we don't just talk about healing. We walk through it, together,